Have you ever found yourself holding on to something long after it's gone? A person, a hope, a dream that no longer serves you? What if I told you that your greatest peace might lie not in changing your life, but in accepting it? In today's video, we'll explore how ancient Stoic wisdom can help you master acceptance, not just as a passive surrender, but as a powerful choice that can reshape how you experience pain, love, and even heartbreak. And before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Stoic Vibes, and watch till the end, because this might just change your love life, your relationships, and how you handle every curveball life throws your way. Let's go back in time. Year 54 AD, location Rome. A young philosopher named Epictetus was once a slave. Yes, a slave. He had no control over his freedom, his body, or his future. But what he did control was his mind. One day, his master twisted his leg during a fit of rage, and Epictetus calmly said, "If you continue, you'll break it." Moments later, snap. His leg broke, and all he said was, "Didn't I tell you?" He didn't scream. He didn't retaliate. He accepted what was. Now pause. Can you imagine accepting something that painful with that level of composure? It sounds impossible, until you understand the power behind it. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be emotionless. It invites us to see things clearly, to separate what we control from what we don't. And that's where the secret to mastering acceptance lies. Let's zoom out and bring this into our modern world. Meet Alex. He had just gone through a brutal breakup. 5 years, shared dreams, promises, a vision of forever, and then one day she said, "I just don't feel it anymore." No explanation, no closure, just silence. He spent weeks questioning everything. The words they shared, the memories, the smiles that felt so real. He kept asking, why did this happen? And what could I have done? But the truth was, nothing changed by asking those questions. Time passed, but the pain lingered, until one day, he stumbled upon a quote by Marcus Aurelius. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." He read it, then again, and something clicked. He didn't need her to come back. He didn't need answers. He needed to accept what had happened. Not because it was fair, not because it was okay, but because it was. That was his first step into Stoic acceptance. Let's pause for a moment. How many times have you refused to let go? Not because something is working, but because you wanted it to work so badly? We all do it. We resist reality because we think resistance equals strength, but the Stoics saw it differently. Don't hope that events will turn out the way you want, but welcome events in whichever way they happen. This is the path to peace. Epictetus. Now here's the twist. Acceptance doesn't mean defeat. It's not resignation. It's empowerment. Think about it like this. If you're standing in the ocean and a wave comes, do you try to stop it? No, you brace for it. You move with it. Because trying to resist the wave only knocks you down harder. Life is the same. Let's go deeper into Alex's story. Months passed. He started journaling, not just his thoughts, but his reactions. He began to notice how much of his suffering came not from the breakup itself, but from the story he kept replaying in his mind. "I wasn't enough. She lied to me. I'll never find love again." But when he looked at it through a Stoic lens, he asked, "Are these facts or just interpretations?" That's another Stoic gem. Our judgments are the source of our suffering. It wasn't her leaving that was tormenting him. It was the narrative he created around it. So he changed the story. He started saying, "She left. That's a fact. But it doesn't mean I'm unlovable. It doesn't mean I'm broken. It just means things changed." And that one shift in perception began to change everything. This is how we start mastering acceptance. Not all at once, but moment by moment, thought by thought. Now let's bring in Seneca. He once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Isn't that true? How many times have you created an entire movie in your head of what might go wrong, only to realize none of it happened? Acceptance isn't about expecting the worst. It's about preparing your mind to be unshaken by outcomes. Because once you accept that things can and will change, you stop fearing it. That's when real peace enters. Let's fast forward. Alex is now in a new relationship, but this time he doesn't cling. He loves deeply, but he doesn't grip the outcome. He shows up fully knowing nothing is guaranteed. And ironically, that very acceptance brings him closer to real love, one that isn't built on fear but on freedom. This is the paradox of Stoic wisdom. The more you accept what you can't control, the more power you have over your life. Now, maybe you're not going through a breakup. Maybe your struggle is different: grief, a failed dream, a friendship that faded, or even just daily frustration at work. But the principle is the same. When we stop fighting reality, we start flowing with it. That's when energy is freed, clarity returns, and we finally start living, not just surviving. Let's make this practical. Here are 5 Stoic steps to mastering acceptance. 1. Identify what's in your control. This is the foundation. Your actions, thoughts, and responses, these are yours. Everything else, whether other people's behavior, outcomes, are not. 2. Observe without judgment. When something upsetting happens, pause. Don't label it as bad or unfair. Just see it. Describe it objectively. This helps you respond instead of react. 3. Challenge your interpretations. Is it the event or your story about the event that's causing the pain? Rewrite the narrative. You are the author. 4. Practice negative visualization. The Stoics imagined losing what they loved, not to be morbid, but to be grateful. It trains the mind to appreciate and to let go with grace when the time comes. 5. Journal daily. Write about your emotional triggers. Reflect. Ask, was I disturbed by what happened or by my thoughts about it? Back to Alex. Years later, he writes a letter to his younger self. He says, I know you wanted her to stay. I know you thought love meant holding on, but love also means letting go when it's time. You didn't lose her. You found yourself. And isn't that the whole point? Acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about waking up to who you are beyond your circumstances. So here's my challenge to you. What are you holding on to that's already gone? What pain are you recycling because you refuse to accept what is? Can you just for today stop asking why it happened and start saying it did? And now I will rise, because acceptance is the soil in which peace grows. It's where love matures, where healing begins, where strength is reborn. And it's available to you right now. Not when things are perfect, but right here in this messy, beautiful moment of being human. You don't need to be a Roman emperor or a philosopher in sandals. You just need to choose to see clearly, to let go not with bitterness but with wisdom, to say this is what life gave me, and I will meet it with courage. Because that's Stoicism, that's acceptance, and that, my friend, is freedom. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.